Okay, fancy Ray, the funniest man in show business. And the best-looking man in show business.
Best-looking man in comedy. It's truly my pleasure. I'm not here. I didn't write no jokes for this thing here, but I came because I have a passion for comedy and this comedy work. I don't know the legislation, I don't know the rules and laws and the liquor license and how all that works, but what I do know that comedy is the hardest art form there is, and it's the most unrespected art form. It's funny in this country, if you want to be a poet, a sculptor, if you want to write a book, you can find someone to give you a grant and give you some money to help you go and pursue that talent. But in comedy, there is no grants for comedy. In comedy, something you don't find, no Academy Awards for comedy. Comedy is unrespected, and it's the hardest and truest art form. They get up in front of a room of people and bring them to your world and make them funny, and make it funny. Comedy is an individual act. It's how many people you can draw and how funny you are. Individually, we got to grow individually and be the best that we can be. I spent the last 5 years out in Los Angeles, and what's funny out there, comedians go to stages every night, 2 or 3 times a night, working on their craft, working on their talent, working and developing and growing. That's the only way you can get good. How does Michael Jordan become Michael Jordan? He's got that natural inbred talent, but he's got to get out there as much as possible and shoot that ball, shoot that ball, shoot that ball, and I'm sure you can understand. How does Kirby Puckett get good? He's got to hit the ball. These comedians, we need to perform. I'm in a different position because I get my thing going on, but what I'm trying to say is these guys need an... Well, as pretty as I am, I can always find a stage. Lord have mercy. I'm not going to do no jokes. I'm talking seriously. But I am pretty, though. But the way you get good is working. And so what I come down here really is to really ask, beg, and encourage the city council here to give as many rooms as possible as a chance so these comedians, these young comedians, this young talent can get a chance. Well, young, and some of these guys are kind of old, though. But they can get an opportunity to work on their craft. You know, these guys aren't out committing crimes. They're not out there doing nothing. You know, probably you check their TSC level, it may not be too good. But they're working on their craft. They're trying to do something positive and productive. And as he mentioned, there's a lot of great comedians that come out here. You got your Louis Anderson, your Scott Hansons. You guys know Mitch Hedberg, Joe Hodgson, Tom Arnold, Fancy Ray McCloney, all came out of this community. We want to give them all an opportunity to succeed. So I just really, 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 really beg, plead, and say give the comedians a chance to perform. I don't know if the law is again, but please, let these guys and gals do their thing and grow. And I thank you so much. City Council, my. Have a good day.
Well, this has to be a first. I don't know if it's happened before, that the best-looking man in comedy testified before the best-looking man in politics.